Vacation.
All good.
Sweet. All right, what's been going on? Tell me.
Um, Opening week of basketball. So I've been honing in on that. Been super busy with that. Got a little bit behind with schoolwork, but it's all right. I got the requirements in on time and whatnot. And again, I got to do my responses today. Responses are a little bit easier, but I kind of put a little too much information in. It's just how I am. I want to make sure I just come across as genuine and try and get the most out of it.
Yeah.
But just really honing in on basketball. I did have one like a little mini emotional breakdown, but I turned the breakdown pretty quickly into a breakthrough. So I'm pretty happy
Oh,
about it.
nice, nice. Do you want to tell me about it at all? Or
Sure. Of course, why not?
yeah, new
Um,
BFFs. Tell me things.
it was yesterday, and each day it's my routine is pretty similar. I try and work out in the morning, and I make a point of emphasis on doing something basketball related where I can expand my knowledge on the game every single day. And recently, I've kind of lost focus on what it is that I really am passionate about in the game of basketball and what I'm good at and my strengths in particular, which is, as I discussed before, I really don't have any aspirations on being a head coach further down the line. My dream is to be in player development and help players develop their skills and really because that will allow me to have that individual relationship, which I truly enjoy the most. And I'm experiencing that with my high school kids right now. But over the past couple of weeks, I kind of got too caught up in what other coaches were doing. So
Okay.
I was focusing more on plays, and I was kind of unsure when I would go in to watch film what I was looking for. And thus, I ended up, it was just completely unproductive. I wouldn't really get anything out of it. And that would obviously leave me frustrated. Yeah, I didn't really recognize it and adjust it right away. So it built up over time. And then yesterday morning, I was just overcome with anxiety over it.
Mm-hmm.
But once I did that, once I expressed it, I actually went out to my car just to completely isolate myself. And I just worked through my thoughts and just realized it doesn't matter what other coach is doing, what other players want, what supervisors want, what anybody else wants. It's what are you passionate about? Go do that. Build on your strengths, tweak your weaknesses, whatever they may be, but go after what you're interested in. That's the only thing you can do. Otherwise, I'm never going to be happy and I'm never going to reach my full potential. So now I have a better focus on going into watching film. I did it last night and it went great.
That's awesome. I'm glad you figured it out and realized what was happening. Most people can't do that. I mean, it takes a long, long time. But
Yeah, I
no,
know. I've been there in the past, so that's what I want. Break down the efficiency, and I mean, just look at the stuff we're being taught. Apply it to yourself. It's easy to get caught up
exactly.
and think of this stuff as work and all that jazz, and it becomes school, and it's like, oh, I got to do this and that. It's like, nah, we're learning about pretty cool stuff. So just embrace it and take the most you can out of it.
Yeah, it's all so applicable. I mean, I feel like the only trick is making sure you get paid for it because you just want to tell everybody, including yourself, about it and just, all that other stuff.
No doubt. I completely agree.
But no, that's great. I'm glad you worked through that. And I mean, it sounded super frustrating and all that other stuff, but it didn't seem like it got built up too much. So that's good. Cool. So what else is happening? So is it high school basketball that started?
Yep. Well, we're not really officially started because, I mean, really, we're not even supposed to officially start till November 9th, but football ended yesterday. So we're going to get all those kids coming in next week, and we're just going to start right away. Legally, we're allowed to do it, so we're going to do it, even though our official start date is still over a week away.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But the
So
non-football
why?
kids we've been working with at open gyms pretty regularly, and I've
Okay.
been able to really break through with 3 kids. So I'm happy about that.
That's good. hopefully they'll be like useful in their in your season, even after all those other kids come up.
Hmm.
So anything else exciting been going on? Just kind of school and basketball?
I might have a job adjustment. That happened today.
Wow, that's great. What kind of job?
It was actually a position I used to hold, which was basically like an assistant in a rehabilitation for inpatient care at a hospital. So it would be back
Oh,
to helping patients and being around physical therapists and occupational therapists. And they would scale back. It seems like they would scale back. They'd loved me there before, and then I ran into some health problems that I couldn't really work in patient care anymore. And those healthcare problems have been adjusted. It turned out it wasn't a heart condition. I was just overcome with anxiety, and I had struggled. I don't know if I discussed this with you or not, but that was the issue when we figured it out. It was anxiety, and I've been able to work my way through that much better. So I just stopped in today just because I hadn't been there in like 3 or 4 months. Just stop in
mhm.
and say hello. Certainly didn't have an idea of, hey, I'm going to try and get my job back or something here. It just happened that the per diem position was she just filed the paperwork to get it established in payroll, get it approved by payroll, and she said as soon as it's approved, she's going to call me.
That's
So
so
I will be able
cool.
to get back to helping people, and I will get out of the job at CVS Pharmacy. Which
Hey, that is a
there's nothing
job.
wrong, CVS. There is just I would much rather do that. I don't even care if it's half the hours or not as much
Yeah,
money. It's just much more satisfying work, and I would enjoy my time being there much more. So I will
yeah.
absolutely as soon as that comes up. So that was kind of cool.
That's so cool. I'm really excited for you. I mean, I'm actually in retail right now, so if I had the opportunity to go make money doing something that was actually fun, I would do it in a heartbeat. So
Mhm.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
excited for you.
that's the bottom line. You want to have fun, and might as well. I mean, CVS, it's not fun. It's a job.
Yeah, yeah. Retail pretty much sucks my soul out, so I understand. I mean, I didn't know it was possible because I'm usually a very cheery person. But no, after like 3 hours there, I'm really excited that I don't murder anyone.
3 hours. Whew, I've been working 6 hour shifts there,
I
and it's a small unit store, and nobody goes in there. It's so brutal. A lot of time
I
for
can't
admin.
imagine. Could not imagine. Ugh. Well, that's cool. So how long did you do that before? You said that would be going back. So how long did
Oh,
you
the
do that
rehab
before?
aid,
Yeah.
off and on for basically a year
Oh,
because
okay.
I basically took a 3 month sabbatical when I went to California. And
Oh,
then
okay.
as soon as I came back, I stopped in and saw him. This is what's kind of odd. Like both times that I've gone away and then come back just to stop in and say hello,
Hmm.
I got my job right back. Like I stopped in, I think it was like January after I came back because I thought I was going to be in California for the duration. At least that was my initial plan. And then
Yeah.
I just, I saw my bank account dwindling away. So I returned and I stopped in and they're like, oh, actually, things aren't working too well with our part time guy. So why don't you come back? Ran into some health issues, was forced to leave. Now I stopped back in again and hey, per diem position, we want you back.
You're like, okay, I'm not gonna argue.
I'm not gonna fight you. I enjoy it. Yeah. Like I said, it's helping people, and I can apply this stuff much more rapidly in these situations,
Oh yeah,
dealing with
for sure.
freaking patients than certainly
Yeah.
with CVS. So I'm
Yeah.
excited. I hope she calls shortly. That way I can get out of CVS as soon as possible.
Yes. I highly recommend that. I mean, I know this is kind of like off topic, but like, what kind of patients would you be working with? So it's at a hospital. So would it
Hmm.
be like strictly? I mean, because I know like if like
It's
stroke
typically
victims
it's
and
because
stuff.
it's rehab. It's typically elderly population.
Okay.
So there's a every now and then you'll get middle-aged adults, sometimes some kids, but it's obviously the majority is going to be the elderly population.
Okay. And is it typically like after they've had like an accident, or is it after, or is it just their usual rehab like once a week thing?
It's daily because it's inpatient, so it's right after they first got their operation, whatever happened to them. So in
Okay.
inpatient, you basically see them once or twice a day, typically, and then once we give the final approval in inpatient, then they seek outpatient therapy and are either released from the hospital or go to the outpatient rehabilitation center in the hospital and stay there under a little bit heavier care.
Okay. That's cool. Find all that thing like fascinating how all that works.
Yeah. A lot of paperwork.
Yeah. Yeah, and you don't usually like get to see them like because you get them right after their operation, so you don't usually get to see them like finish with their rehab,
No,
which
no,
I
no.
always thought was
But you
bummer.
get to you
Like
get to
you
see
work
the
so hard.
beginning, the small steps, and the where they're going through the most struggle, which I certainly enjoy, and it's beneficial for me and the skill set we are developing here in sports psychology.
Yeah, throw some positive self-talk in there, some imagery. I think it'd be fun. Alrighty, okay, so what are you gonna do? Oh yeah, so do you want to just go to the handout?
Sure.
You can do that. Did you print it out or are you just on your computer?
It's just on my computer, so I'll just flash back and forth. I pretty much can
Okay.
recall exactly what was on the sheet, but
What are you talking about? It's a very intricate piece of Word document.
it doesn't have to be. It's on paper. That's the big thing. It's in front of you. You can't hide from it.
True. True. And so the way I put it, I like filled it out. First of all, I liked the word action plan better than like goal setting, just because.
Me too.
And then, sorry, I'm trying to download it to this computer, but and then I have it so if you want to like cut it out and like just tape like one of them to, you know what I'm saying, like to like just put like the bottom part or just like the long-term goals, because the bottom part's daily goals, or just like cut them all three out and then just put them separately in different spots. You know, it's open to do a lot of different things.
Yep.
So let's see. Download. Dang nabbit.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do anything for Halloween?
No. I'll be
No.
honest.
That's all right.
I already told you I'm not a partier. There's some good NBA games on that night. I'll check those out after I finish off my shift.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Still waiting on a download.
Yeah, it's almost there. Okay. So my mom's computer is so slow. I don't understand. But her video camera works and mine doesn't. Not fair. Anyways, that's over. Okay, I got it. So, we're gonna fill out an action plan. So I put long-term goals. So those were kind of like the three things we talked about like that last week. So, but I left them empty just so we can put it, so you can put it in your own words, you know. So they're basically going to be like where you want to be in basketball, what you want to accomplish in sports psych, and what exactly where you want your relationships to go. Like, do you just want them to be stronger? Do you want them to be bigger? You know, all those fancy adjectives. So, what are you thinking for basketball? Do you like you said, NBA player development, right?
Yes, that's the very peak of the mountaintop. I would never want to. I don't foresee myself divulging anything else from there.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Shoot long, shoot big. Go for it. Okay, so you can go ahead and put that in the first one.
I'm just going to write it out. Okay.
Check. All right, so sports psych. Long-term goal is
In sports psych, for a long-term goal, just stay as updated as I can throughout my life and keep expanding my knowledge on it, to be honest with you. Like, honestly, the degree doesn't mean anything to me. It just more or less is something I'm going to put on my resume, and it's more or less just about the experiences and gaining knowledge, as we discussed before for me, because I'm going into coaching.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess just ongoing learning would be my long-term goal. I don't know that because it's not very specific and stuff like that. That won't be very easy to measure. But I guess it could. Never mind. Yeah, because I could just weekly check in, see if I could probably read like a certain number of books on a certain number of topics, stuff like that in the future. So just consistently expand my knowledge in sports psychology.
Okay. Yeah, so expanding knowledge on sports psych or up to date. Yeah, whichever one.
Ongoing expansion of sports psychology knowledge.
Wow, good. Way to use the big words.
I read too much.
I wish I read more, honestly. Okay. So relationships. That was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly do you want from them? Like,
my long-term goal is to establish more close relationships, whether that be with a partner, and it's basically non-family relationships. There we go.
okay, so non-family relationships.
Yeah.
Okay.
Expand my social circle.
There you go. That's a good one. Okay. Alrighty, so the second question on there is, how do you know you've reached your goals? Because, I mean, I know like the second one can be kind of vague, and it might, but I figured we can find a way to know if you've reached that goal. So if you don't have a way to know that you've reached it, then it's kind of like hard to stay motivated.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I thought that question was important. So in terms of NBA player development, how do you know you've reached that goal?
I will know that I've reached that goal when I'm completely confident in my abilities and will be seeking out an NBA player development position. I won't need to literally attain it. I just need to know that I'm capable of working with the top basketball players in the world.
Okay. So when you apply for the position, then you know
when I'm being interviewed or apply for, not even interviewed, yeah. Basically when I apply for a position, because I don't even need that external validation from anybody saying, "Oh, let's bring this person in for an interview."
Okay. Cool. That's good. All right, so let's write that one down. You do the paperwork. That'll be a very exciting day, I think.
Yes, I imagine so.
Okay, cool. So what about for staying up to date and ongoing expansion of sports psych knowledge? How do you know you're in that goal?
I would have to say that um that's definitely tricky. Certainly, I go through the process of thinking about these skills each day, and as long as I'm able to maintain that and then expand my knowledge on it, whether like, and that doesn't have to be learning new things, it could be just refreshing my memory and rehashing old applications and skills and new ways to apply it. If I'm doing that each and every day, and we, like you said, we encounter these skills constantly.
Yeah.
We're doing it within this conversation, I'm sure. It's just a matter of when I go to reflect, have I spent time reflecting on mental skills and my knowledge of mental skills?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess just always being aware of how important a role this plays in my life and my
Okay.
career path.
Yeah. All right. So now we just need to be able to like synthesize that into one little sentence.
Okay, this is the rough draft, but it's what I came up with.
Okay.
Sports psych is within my awareness in terms of my professional and personal development.
I like it. I
Ever
like it.
present. There we go. I like that word better.
Ooh, good.
Sports psych is ever present in terms of my professional and personal development. Ever present within. There, yeah, I just need to add in ever present. Okay, here's what it is. Sports psychology is ever present within my awareness in terms of my professional and personal development.
Good. Cool. So that can include using it or using these skills on yourself or others.
Absolutely, yep. Just being constantly aware of how it influences my performance in my own life as well as those I'm working with.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. That's a good definition. And then we can always like go back and just adjust them a little bit.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah. I'm sure. Okay, cool. So number 3. How do you know when you've expanded your social circle?
When there's consistent communication with those outside my family and professional love. I guess I'd be okay if it was still consistent with those within my professional life as well, but I'm on a consistent communication line with people outside of my immediate family, and I don't know what the term is for extended family. There we go.
Okay. So what is consistent communication? So
I would say weekly.
Emailing. Weekly? Okay.
Yep. Weekly communication with non-family members.
Okay, cool. And do you have like a vision of like what this communication is? Like, does it only count if it's face to face? Is
No,
texting?
I think that would put unrealistic expectations on it.
Okay. So what does it look like for you? I mean,
It could be just texting back and forth, a phone call, ideally meeting up together for an activity or something.
okay, cool. Just like to know like what exactly it looks like, just so you know,
Oh, yeah.
all that other fun reflective stuff.
That way you're more specific and
Yep. Using them SMART goals. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. The third section is our daily goals. Oh, and I would like to point out the little picture on the bottom. I don't know if you can see it. It turned out really fuzzy, but it's an encouragement.
Yes.
I thought it was very clever, and I laughed really hard. Anyways, back to daily goals. So for the first one, NBA player development. So we can put that application in. What's our daily goal?
Just trying to think of phraseology right now because I already do it.
Yeah, I mean, as far as what I've heard so far, you are all watching the basketball.
Yeah, I'm not worried about attaining these daily goals.
Nah.
I don't know why I get so stuck on the perfect phraseology.
That's all right. I mean, if it doesn't sound right, then how are you gonna do it? So NBA player development, that means working with specific players where you have to help them as an individual versus a team.
Yep, their skills and whatnot. All right. Expand my knowledge base in at least one skill per day, and this could be through either just a heightened awareness of how it applies during games or during practice. Like I said, a new idea, creating a new drill.
Okay.
These are all things that are important in player development and helping teach skills. So it's basically learning new applications, adjustments, and perhaps developing a drill to enhance that ability.
Okay.
Boom. We got it.
That sounded wonderful. Can you remember all of that?
No, but I'll try. As I work through it here, I will eventually.
Yes, I have all the faith in you.
Okay. Expand knowledge of on-court skills, i.e., approaches, methodology, drills, and
Okay.
with approaches and methodology, it's kind of very encapsulating. I mean, like breaks down to movements, motions, all these things, applications.
Okay. Cool. That sounds good. So I've been writing your goals down too, just so I can remember them. So if I wrote down expand knowledge based by studying a skill, making a drill, and learning new applications for skills slash drills, would that be kind of the same,
Yeah.
or should I add more?
Yes.
No. Okay. Cool. Just want to make sure we're on the same page. Okay. Cool. And you like that daily goal? So that one is that one going to be hard?
No.
I didn't think so. Okay, cool. 2. Your sport psych knowledge and expansion. So how are we gonna be able to say we reflect on sport psych every day?
Easy. You kind of just said it right there. When I go, because I have a diary on my phone and I make entries every single day. So I just need to make it a point of emphasis to have a sports psychology folder and then make an entry or read through entries every single day.
Okay, cool. So let's see. Make an entry in the sports psych folder every day.
Ed or slash review material. Okay. Yeah. Add a review material to sports psych journal for a daily goal.
Okay. Do you want to put a time requirement on it, or do you think that's not really necessary?
I like that idea. Instead of just brushing, because if I don't really have anything to add, reviewing for even 5 minutes would be, I'll start out at 5 minutes and see how that goes and then adjust from there, because I think 5 minutes would even just be very beneficial.
Oh yeah, for sure. I wish I could honestly say I did our schoolwork for at least 5 minutes a day. Alrighty. Okay. And number 3. What's our daily goal for our social circle expansion?
I would say reach out with just basically with no strings attached, and just to check in with someone who is a non-family member each and every day. That could be via email, text message, or phone call, and then based on their response or lack of response, go from there.
Okay. Do we want to make this every day, twice a week? The only thing I'm worried about is if it's an everyday thing.
That's because I think I've set this as a goal previously, not written down, but yeah, the everyday was probably a little much. So I would say a healthy amount would be 1 weekday, 1 weekend day.
Okay.
Just thinking about it out loud here. Yeah. Okay. Reach out to a non-family member once during the work week and once on the weekend.
Okay, good plan. Do you think this one's going to be hard?
No, I don't think so. Because I think just scaling it back, because during the work week it can be, I can get caught up in other things, and if it's just once, just doing the initial reach out
Mm-hmm.
twice a week, I think that'll be much easier to accomplish, and then I'll stick with it, because before I was doing it, had some success with it, but it just became too much.
Yeah, yeah. While we are social creatures, there is a limit.
No, you need it. You need it.
Yes, yes. Okay, no, I think that's a really good goal. And then you start out with one weekday, or yeah, one weekday, one weekend day, and then if it just keeps going, maybe two days on the weekday, and then one on the weekend, and these are all adjustable because they're all SMART goals.
Yep.
Yep. No, I really like these. So I know you wrote them down. What are you gonna do with that piece of paper?
I'm actually probably gonna separate them a little bit, and what I plan on doing is posting the long-term goals to the back of my door, because I'll see it every single day. And for the daily goals, I plan on just putting in reminders in my calendar, and I'll have notifications to check in and make sure I've done it.
Okay. Okay. Do you know when you're gonna put those reminders at?
I think I'll just have them set for the morning,
Okay.
and they'll be sitting on there, and I won't dismiss them. I won't trash them, because that's how it works on my calendar. Trash is when they actually get eliminated.
Okay.
I just won't trash them until they're completed. I may dismiss them, that way my phone isn't blinking, but
Yeah.
I won't dismiss them until I actually complete the daily goal.
Okay. Good plan. So maybe like make the reaching out one. That one can pop up on like Wednesday morning, Thursday morning.
Oh yeah, that's right, because we're doing this once a work week. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I can put it for the midweek. I'll do
Yeah.
Wednesday and then have another one set for Saturday.
Okay. Good plan. Good plan. And then what about the daily goal one? Will that one pop up every day
Yeah,
or?
I'll just have those set for the morning, and I'll
Okay.
just check back in. And like I said, the basketball one won't be difficult at all. It'll just be a matter of making sure I take the time each day to do the sports psych, and read through and rehash some of that stuff, and add if I have any additional thoughts.
Yeah. Okay. Good plan. Good plan. I'm gonna. There. This way, I remember what to ask you next time. All right, cool. So, are you feeling any trepidations on any of these goals at all, or?
No, this feels good actually. So, as we discussed last week, I knew writing it down will help, and definitely having those reminders will absolutely help. Posting on the wall so I see every day would be nice. But I think that'll be a big deal for me.
Yeah.
And I think I'll probably even put a note within the calendar. I'll put a note like because there's a space for description. I'll put in the description the long-term goal, and when I know I've made it, I'll put that right there in the description. That way I see that every day as well. That'll also increase my motivation to keep doing it, and it'll just keep me in a better state of mind.
Yeah, yeah. It should be fun to have these goals and then like see yourself progress towards them. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Is there anything in terms of goals that you want to like add to this list, or you think this is pretty good for right now, or?
I would like some goal for, because like I said, I do like to exercise, but I really have to sit down and spend some time thinking about what I truly want from it. And I know it'll change over time, but I need to be much more specific, and I need to be set in stone about it. Otherwise, I won't achieve it,
Hmm.
because way too often I just drift off in other areas and then
Yeah.
completely lose track.
Yeah. That's okay. So, I mean, if you think about it and you really do want to make like an exercise one, we could give it its
Mhm.
own sheet. Like
Right.
have 3 just for exercise and so on and so forth. So, if that's something you want to do, I'm totally down.
Absolutely, but that's a back burner one. Not that
Okay.
important to me. These three are the most important to me, no doubt.
All right. Cool. So we'll focus mostly on these ones and see where it goes from there. All right. No, I feel excited about these. So there was something. Oh, okay. So I mean, I think we'll just keep these. Um, we're probably pretty much done with that sheet for now.
Hmm.
But I was gonna ask you last week. We were talking about you and your dad and that relationship. Is that still going well, or is that still stressful?
Yes, he helped me a little bit yesterday, and I mean, it's kind of just been back and forth. We've just been really supporting each other well. Things have been going well, so yeah, I would say it's going pretty good, because I expressed to him my frustration because I can't. He saw I was upset yesterday when I was dealing with the diversions from my goal in coaching,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew he wouldn't understand. And his initial reaction I took as judgmental,
Okay.
and once I explained to him why I felt it was judgmental, because I came to him and his response. It's obviously not going to be word for word because it was over a day ago now, but it was along the lines of, "You think that's a problem? You should try living in my shoes." That was
Okay.
the overall sense, and obviously, I just got up and walked away once I heard that, and he was mad at me for getting up and walking away. But I told him I felt judged, and that's not what I needed from you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I explained to him, this is how you phrased it, and can you understand at least? I don't want you to feel, I'm not saying you were trying to judge me. I'm just saying this was how I interpreted it, this is how I felt, and please do not tell me how to properly feel about something. And
Yeah.
he completely understood once. And that's, I think, the thing I've noticed the most. And this, I mean, obviously applies to all relationships and situations. You have to be just completely honest in your communication. When you hold back stuff, it's just going to lead to trouble, because people, when you allow them to their interpretations of what's going on to be up to them, and you're not completely open and honest with them, it
Yeah.
tends to lead to trouble. They make
Yeah.
assumptions that aren't correct, and usually, and I don't, it may be just a natural human tendency. These tend to be like the worst possible assumptions, is what we jump to. I
Yeah.
don't know why it is, but I find myself doing it as well when I see frustration, or I'm left to um, have to perceive something and then make a decision on that perception. It's usually not accurate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas if we keep the line of communication open and we're completely honest and thorough and talking about what's going on, you can make a logistical, healthy choice and a productive one. So it's just basically about laying everything out there and not worrying about how the response is. It's just being completely honest and owning it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's really good. I'm glad you guys got to like talk it out and figure it out together. It sounds like you guys are slowly like just keeping those communication lines open, helping out each other. It's good.
It's nice. It's nice.
I believe it. And yeah, I mean, I'm glad your dad understood like once you told him, because sometimes people can get like just so wrapped up in how they saw it and how that's the only way because that's
Oh
how it
yeah,
was. But no,
completely. We all do it. So it's just a matter of literally working through those thoughts and that negative habit that we get in, where we're trying to place judgment on stuff and put our own perceptions on it. And as Shakespeare, this is one of my new favorite quotes now, as Shakespeare said, nothing is neither good nor bad. It is the thought that makes it so.
oh, that's
The
a good
thinking that
one.
makes it so. Excuse me. Thinking makes it
Yeah.
so. Everything is neither good nor bad. Thinking makes it so.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
think I
basically,
heard that
just
one before.
removing judgment. It's
Yeah.
been a big thing for me lately.
Yeah. It's all about your perception and how you decide to interpret it. Yeah. All right, good.
Philosophy. Read some, Kristina. This is something I enjoy now.
I love philosophy. I've only taken one philosophy class, and that was in my JC, and that was like the funnest class I've ever had.
Well, I mean, really, it's very similar to sports, like, because it's always present.
Exactly.
You're always going to use it. So
Mm-hmm.
philosophy is how you go about throughout the world, how you interact with the world every single moment of every single day.
Exactly.
Pretty useful if you actually spend some time and develop your own philosophy for life.
Yeah. That's something like I wish or hope to do in like the future is to really like study like ways of thinking and then figure out what mine is, because as of right now it's just mine. So
Yeah, and it's natural once you start reading into that stuff and just taking out bits and pieces and formulating what works best for you, and just usually it's more or less rephrasing things, and that way it fits you and your personality best and how you view the world and interact with it. But
yeah.
I find it very beneficial.
Oh, for sure. Now, I'm not going to say we're getting off topic, but I could probably talk about philosophy for a while. Let's see. I mean, we got through the goal setting. I mean, it was pretty painless. Let's see. We have a plan as to where we're going to put our long-term goals and our daily goals. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to chat about? I mean,
No, I'm all good. Thanks again, Kristina. I appreciate it, and I think this is going to be very helpful.
Yeah, no problem. I think it'll be fun to like see these goals and accomplish them, because I don't know, you strike me as someone who likes to accomplish their goals. You know what I'm saying? Very determined.
Yeah. Well, my supervisor, Dr. Cawthon, this morning said, basically, Adam, you're a doer, so I don't want to plant too many seeds and ideas in your head, because I know you'll just immediately start going after them and not asking enough questions about them and just trying to solve it on your own. I go, yep. I don't see it changing anytime soon, so you just need to guide me and help me out a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, we need those kind of people. So you're voted in. Good job.
Thanks. I will gladly take ownership of that.
Alrighty. Well, I ran out of questions again, so I think so next week's gonna be the last one where I'm the consultant, and then then you get to be it. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I will make sure to have lots of questions for the next one. Maybe, or I'll just wing it like I have the past 3. We'll see.
Oh, you didn't wing this one. You had some semblance of a plan here, Kristina.
I'm glad that's what I gave off. Okay, cool. So have a fun weekend. Is there gonna be any trick-or-treaters at your house? Or are you too far away?
It's a very small neighborhood for kids, so usually I only get like between 5 and 10. I think last year they only had like 2 kids when I was in California, so I don't
Wow.
know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well,
Nice weather at least for them, so maybe we'll have more this year. I don't know.
Now, what is good weather for you?
Yeah, I know you're just gonna complain at me. All right, listen, it's not Sacramento weather, but it's gonna be in the 60s. So
Okay. I mean,
Actually, it might hit 70 here next week, which is insane.
woo! It's
Yeah,
crazy. I think it's gonna be 77 here today.
maybe 7.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm
Yeah,
wearing a sweater.
constantly just thinking about that because it was a year ago now that I was out there. It's like, oh God.
Yes. I'm
So
glad you miss it. West Coast, Best Coast. Just saying.
I would love to come back. Would love it.
Are you gonna come back for graduation?
I already told everybody that like when I start applying for these positions for coaching, we're marking off a line. It's gonna be like Tennessee and under and everything out west.
Exactly.
I'm done with cold weather. If I can get out of cold weather, that'd be awesome.
Are you gonna come back for graduation?
Yeah, that'd be fun. So I'm gonna make that trip out.
No. Because it would be next year, right? Yeah. Next summer.
Well, they have us walk down the thing is, I'm funny about that stuff because, like I said, I'm not big into I'm not big into recognition first of all, so that doesn't fit for me, and I just plan on putting this for my resume. I would more or less just like to interact with you guys again, and that would serve the purpose for it.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only reason I would walk.
My undergrad is still in the UPS thing that they sent it in.
Fair enough. I think I actually lost mine, so it's okay.
But my parents framed the fake certificate that they handed out early, so at least they got that going for them. But yeah, that stuff means absolutely nothing to me. So
okay. Yeah, I feel like the whole ceremony part itself is like, why do I have to sit still for 2 hours to listen to people talk? But I would love to throw like a graduation party. That's really my only goal. So we'll see what happens. And then try to get everybody to come all the way over to Sacramento. That might be hard.
Yeah, it's tricky, but
yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, have a good weekend watching basketball.
Always.
Hopefully, not too many trick-or-treaters come so you can eat all the candy.
Not happening.
Yeah, not happening? No?
Oh. Candy? Me? No way.
Oh, okay, because that's my goal for, so we'll see what happens. Kind of projecting. I have to work on that. Okay, I'll see you next Friday. Same time, same place, and I'll try to be on time next time. So.
All right, no worries, Kristina. Perfect note to end on. Have a good weekend.
Alrighty. You too. See you later.